I'm Christina Trapig. I'm on the board here at Clear Creek Community Theater, and we're about to start our 54th season launch party. What's a launch party, you ask? That's where we're going to announce every show that we're going to have this season.
We are doing Macbeth this summer, and I'm very excited to be working on this show. It's probably the most ambitious thing I've wanted to do in this theater. So we've got 16 very talented actors. There's a moment where we have 9 of those people all fighting each other at once with weapons, so that's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be blood everywhere. There's going to be witches always watching. It's a show that really thrives on paranoia and betrayal and fear and this sort of need to prove yourself through lineage and manhood, and it's great. It's very dark. It's a very spooky show. I think it's probably the scariest play that Shakespeare ever written. It's a true horror play. We have ghosts, we have witches, we have murder. It's great fun for the whole family. If you've seen other shows that I've directed, the other Shakespeare's I've done here in the past, you know that each year we just sort of keep trying to step it up and up and up. With Titus last year, or Romeo and Juliet the year before. So it's going to be a good time. We open July 13th, Friday the 13th, because, you know, superstition, screw it. But it'll be a great time. We have Friday, Saturdays at 8 p.m., Sundays at 2:30, and then we have a special Thursday performance at 8 p.m. as well. So make sure that's on your calendars when you come to see it. It's going to be one that you don't want to miss. And then as we go forward into the summer, we're always busy and working here. It's not just the Shakespeare that happens in the summer. Program that I was tied to for a long time, both when I was younger and was actually in the programs, and then later on when I came back and sort of took over and produced it. Now throwing it on to the next group of talented hands to take that. So Chelsea Hendricks, she's the one she's going to come and talk about this youth program. It's a great time. She'll give you more details. Thank you guys. Enjoy the night.
Hi. Yeah, I actually swore this off a couple of weeks ago, so I'm not really sure why I'm standing here. For those of you who don't know, Steve and I just wrapped up Beauty and the Beast, so I guess you guys saw it, so I'm glad you really liked it. I'm actually pretty excited because my next project here is going to be working with the children, and that's something that I do in my regular job because I work with musicians, and we put together groups of musicians, and we form them into, you know, more than they are as an individual. So I'm super excited to be announcing our 2 summer programs, one for the younger group and one for the older group, and that is the Phantom Toll Booth for the younger kids, and I loved that book so much when I was a kid. You know, don't tell your kids that it's about math, because they might not like it, but I did. And then the older group is going to be doing Schoolhouse Rock Jr. to go right along with that school theme. So, conjunction, what's your function? I'm pretty excited about that because the music is super, 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 and it's going to be quite the blast from the past. And I believe that now I can hand things right. Before I forget, my cohort partner in crime is the gentleman that you just saw singing, and he's going to be assisting me with the children's production this year. So we're both pretty excited about that.
Absolutely.
So hopefully you'll send all of your kids and your neighbors' kids my way. And back to you, Brian. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
It's a musical, and it's called Shout the Mod Musical, and it's you've probably never heard of it because very few people have, but it played off Broadway, and it takes place in London in the 60s, swing in London, and it's the story of 5 girls who make their way through the 60s. They each go through very distinct transformations and journeys through the 60s, and it's set to the music of the British power pop singers of the 60s, like Petula Clark and Lulu and Dusty Springfield. So the songs are like Downtown, Son of a Preacher Man, These Boots Are Made for Walking, things like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a really high energy show, very colorful and a lot of fun. There's parts for 5 singing women and 1 non-singing woman. And I'm sorry, but no men. So, but anyway, I'm super excited about it, and I encourage all of you to come see it because we're going to have a great time. So thank you very much. Auditions are July 15th and 16th, so if you want to audition, please come.
That's right.
Let us know what is happening.
He has this for a reason.
Can you guys?
Hey, you guys, don't tell him. You'll give away the surprise. Thank you guys for coming. If you don't know me, my name is Michelle Robinson. I've been a director here for a number of years, and the show that I chose to submit and was chosen, Sherlock Holmes and the Ice Palace Murders. So yes, Sherlock Holmes will grace our stage for the first time. We've not seen him before here, as much as I can recall. So the show, the writer of the show, actually, we had a script from him last semester. Sorry, I teach college school. I fall back into that sometimes. Last season was not Dracula. That was the season before. Jekyll and Hyde. Thank you very much. Jekyll and Hyde. And so I'm really drawn to this playwright. His name is Jeffrey Hatcher, and I really like how he thinks and how he presents materials. And so when I was in college, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I took a class in script analysis. I actually took it twice and made A's both times. Thank you very much. This was at University of Houston. So I was really intrigued by the fact that you could get a script and you analyze it, and what is it all about? What does it mean? It's not just words on a page. It really means something. So I like how he puts his scripts together, and I guess I'm just drawn to them. So I saw this one, and I thought, oh, that'll be really fun to do. So it is Sherlock Holmes and the Ice Palace Murders. We are going to have auditions for that. I have it written down August the 26th and the 27th at 7 o'clock, and then we're going to run that show October the 19th through November the 4th. That's going to be in the Halloween slot. So I totally hope you guys can come and see it. Everybody here works so hard to produce these shows, and the actors and all the tech people. I mean, we do it because we love it, and we so appreciate everybody coming to see it. We love new people. I've worked with a number of these people before, the cast, the crew, the tech, everybody. And it's very powerful because we want people in our neighborhoods to come and see these shows, and that's why we do live theater, and I love it. I mean, I grew up with live theater, and I got a couple degrees in theater, so I love it. I mean, it's my background, it's my life, it's my stepping stone. So we appreciate it, and I will tell you that I am going to dedicate my show. I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm going to dedicate my show to the people that lived through Harvey, because I was one of those people, and I know a lot of people in the audience were, and people that in our theater and our theater family, they had to deal with it as well. And also to the Santa Fe high school families and friends, because I'm right next to Santa Fe, and so it affected all of us deeply. And I want to bring back smiles to those faces. So that's why I'm doing it. I hope you guys come back and see us. Thank you so much for coming and enjoying.
My name is Jeff Wax, and probably none of you have any clue on who I am, which is good. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be here tonight or not. I just flew in from Portland, Maine. Boy, am I tired. But all seriousness aside, I live up in Cyprus, and for the last 5 years or so have been teaching theater up at Lone Star College. And I wanted to get involved with a theater where I don't know anybody.
Good plan.
And I think there's a reason behind that. Community theaters are sort of the fabric of the community, and people know each other, and people tend to gravitate towards doing shows because they know the director, or they know people in the cast, or for whatever other reason, it's part of the ethos of the community, you know what I'm saying, right? And I thought to myself, well, this is good. No one will know me, I won't know them, so there's a sense of objectivity. I can come here and hopefully do a decent job, and we all can ask me to come back again, or you can say that was a mistake.
Maybe
But who knows, right? We'll see. So I came down to the play selection committee, whenever it was, and proposed a couple of shows that I really dug. I thought they'd be cool shows, but they didn't. And the shows are still cool, and I'm going to do them somewhere else. I'm not kidding. All right, so why am I here? So I'm going to direct this play that's pretty well known. So what's the genesis of plays? Most of the time they're usually written as books. Imagine that. Back in the day, people read. And so from there, what should happen from the script or the book is it should become a play first. But in this particular case, I don't think that's what happened. I think it became a movie. And it was a pretty well-known movie. I think you're all going to know it because this theater does well-known Christmas plays. Why wouldn't you? Right? Because it's an important time of year and it's very family-oriented. And so this play, from what I understand, they've rolled it out again, or they're rolling it out again. And it's called, does anyone know what the name of it is?
Well, I do, but I was on the committee,
Huh?
so that doesn't count.
Okay. Well, it takes place on a street. If that helps. Huh? You got it. Okay. So, yeah, Miracle on 34th Street. Fabulous film, classic film, heartwarming, just brilliant. And I think it's one of these plays that we would call it in theater a chestnut. It's timeless. And so the story really deals with, I think, belief and disbelief and love, and there's a lot of pathos in what the story sort of represents symbolically. But I think it's a story that needs to continuously be told, and for us to really find the humanity in the work that we do or in the stories that we tell. I think we spend a lot of time producing plays that are funny or entertaining or persuasive. You know, theater should entertain, it should instruct, it should persuade. But I think at Christmas it's a time to really sort of find meaning in purpose in our lives. And it's a lot of twists and turns. It's a wonderful script. It's a good opportunity for us to engage the community through a story that is flawless. Lots of roles. I believe there's 5 or 6 principal roles, lots of roles for kids, lots of ensemble roles. So it's the kind of show that if you want to act, if you've never acted before and you want to throw your hat in the ring, there's something for you to do. There's some cool roles, there's some villains, bunch of villains, there's some cool kid roles. It's how Natalie Wood got her start, I think. So that's the show, Miracle on 34th Street. It goes up, of course, in December, and auditions, I believe, are in October-ish, somewhere around there. My hope, you know, if you work with me, is my real love is being able to tell a story, and I'm very text-driven. So if you work with me, I'll bring out a lot out of you as an actor that you don't even realize is possible within you. And that's about it.
So far, we've announced the first 3 shows of our season. The first one is going to be Shout, a musical, which is going to be directed by Kathleen, who directed last year's Calendar Girls, so you know it's going to be fun. Our second show is going to be Sherlock Holmes and the Ice Palace Murders. That sounds very sexy. And then we have Miracle on 34th Street will be our Christmas show, directed by somebody brand new to our theater. So I am so looking forward to this.
So guess what? I'm doing Agatha Christie. Here's well, I'm very, very excited about this play. This is Agatha herself. Thinks this is the best play she wrote, next to not Unexpected Guest. That's my favorite one. Shoot. No, she liked, it's not, everybody else likes, and then there were none. And she likes Witness for the Prosecution. So she thinks Witness for the Prosecution was her best play that she wrote. But of course she based that on a book. The play that we're doing this coming January is called Verdict. And it is her favorite play that she wrote as a play. She thinks it's one of her very best, and I kind of agree. I like it a whole lot. It's a little bit different. You're not going to spend the time wondering who did it, but you're going to wonder who's going to pay for it. It's all about what happens after the crime. Of course, we have that first act before the crime happens, and you get to see all that. But this play really delves into people and their relationships and what love means and what's morally right and what's right by the heart and where's the law between the two. It's really, really fascinating. Y'all are going to love it very much. I'm very, very excited to be directing it. So, yeah, so I've got a couple more Agathas that we haven't done yet, and I'm looking forward to all of them, but this January will be Verdict. Please make sure you all come and see it. Thank you.
You all know I'm Christina Trebig, that one's wife. I am going to be first time directing. Actually, I'll be assistant directing. The director is not here today. He's had a one-time opportunity to be at Juilliard this month. His name is Darian Silvers. He's assistant directed several shows here. So now he's going to direct this show, and I'm going to be his assistant director. The name of the show is going to be God of Carnage, and I'm an actress, so I need to be scripted. God of Carnage is about two sets of parents, one of whose child has hurt the other in the dark at a public park. They agree to meet to discuss the matter in a civilized manner. However, as the evening goes on, the parents become increasingly childish, resulting in the evening devolving into chaos. Strange little anecdote. Recently, a few minutes ago, I was scrolling through Facebook when I should have been changing your foods out. And I found that someone had posted something very true to life that is the same thing as this show. And it said, in my foolish optimism, I tried to start a conversation here, but it just degenerated into name-calling and finger-pointing. Instead of trying to solve problems, we have become children bullying each other on the playground. The show is going to be very true to life, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Darian has a lot of really fun set design ideas that are going to make it very, very intriguing, fun. You're not going to want to miss this show. Brian?
My name is Matthew Sieber, and the last play that I did here was Last of the Red Hot Lovers with my best friend and theater wife, Jean Champy, who was originally assigned to direct this play. I am taking over for her because she's being transferred to Midland, Michigan. So since this is all going on Facebook, if we could say hi to Jean. Hi, Jean, I love you.
Don't leave!
So thank you very much for enabling me on this one here and embarrassing her halfway across the country. I will be directing Ken Ludwig's Leading Ladies. 5 men, 3 women, wonderful set. I'm putting it together with Legos right now at my house. It's funny. It's got Shakespeare. It's a treat for me to be back here at Clear Creek Community Theater. It's a wonderful house, and I'm really, really glad that you all have given me the opportunity to take over on this play. So I'm looking forward to it. Auditions are in February. We go up in April. So I'm looking forward to everybody to come out and audition. Have a great night. Thank you for coming out and supporting community theater.
All right. That's going to be fun. Our next director to announce his show, Mr. Thomas Meek, please come up on the stage. You take the mic. You give it back, though. You can if you want. I'll be over here.
Thank you, Brian.
Okay, so I'm Thomas Meek, and the show I will be directing, which will be wrapping up our 54th season, is The 39 Steps. For those of you who don't know what The 39 Steps is, it is a parody of, actually it's a parody of multiple Alfred Hitchcock films, but primarily one by the same name, The 39 Steps. And it basically follows a character named Richard Hannay who goes to the theater and then suddenly finds himself involved in a ridiculous, almost Monty Python-esque spy plot that the Germans are getting ready to steal secrets from Britain as we approach World War II. It is absolutely insane, and then to make matters crazier, the entire show is performed by only 4 actors, playing approximately 150 characters. There are 3 men and 1 woman, and the only
asked me to audition for that. That's
yeah.
wow. Forget that, man.
So as I was saying, there's 3 male roles and 1 female role. Only one of the characters is only one of the actors is the same character throughout the entire show. The other 3 play the remaining 150 or so characters. It is absolutely insane, and a show that I've had my eye on for a while now. It's exciting. It's fast paced. It's fun. I mean, it's written like a film script, and as many of you know, that is where my background is. So I'm particularly excited to jump into this one, and it's going to be a wonderful challenge to bring it to this stage. Thank you. Auditions, and that other information. You know, when we're actually out. Okay, auditions are going to be March 17th and 18th, and we go up May 17th. Thank you.
We're going through some great things tonight. Tonight has been a wonderful success of our 54th season coming up of our plays at Clear Creek Community Theater. I'm your host, Brian Trader. I just got called into this an hour before the show, but I don't care. I love this place. Anyway, this has been a great show. Great turnout, great food, great shows. Wow. You guys, all right, this is what's happening. We've got Shout, the Mad Musical, a 60s comedy musical that's coming out. That's going to be wonderful. And we got come on, do what you got to do. This is the big turnout right here. This is what's going on. Don't you know? This is going to be great. I'm where you are.
Oh, okay, well, we're here. So, keep going.
Okay. All right. Keep going. We got that going on. And we got Sherlock Holmes. There are many stories that are going on in Sherlock Holmes, but this one is going to be great. It's directed by Michelle Robbins. It's going to be wonderful. So Shout, the Mad Musical, the 60s hip musical comedy in Sherlock Holmes. That's going to be great. Miracle on 34th Street. That's going to be done by a new director on this stage, and it's going to be really, really cool. I cannot wait. I heard his introduction for his way of doing things. I'm really looking forward to it. And of course, Mama April's doing an Agatha Christie, The Verdict. I'm very curious about this one. I love working with April. She's going to be great to work with. The Verdict by Agatha Christie. And also, coming up, God of Carnage. God of Carnage. This is a winner of the 2009 Tony Award of the Best Play. Look forward to that. And also, we got something else coming up. Leading Ladies by another director that has done some wonderful work. It's going to be a great, hilarious comedy. I cannot wait to see this one. I love this stuff. And guess what's next? The 39 Steps. That's right, the 39 Steps. I said it. This is it's a comedy thriller packed with non-stop laughs and over 150 eccentric characters. Wait a minute! 150 eccentric characters? You serious? How many people? You mean there's 4 people and they're playing like a lot of parts? Are you serious? Okay, fine. they can do that. I cannot wait to see how that turns out. You should come to Clear Creek Community Theater and find out just what's going on. This is the news, this is the only news, and this is the only theater you need to check out. Enjoy.
Once teaching at the end of the month. Once the money that, and you see